One thing that the sanctuary does is, because of our size, because of the research that's gone into what we're doing, because of the scientific foundation of what happens here, we have the most complete approach that there is. So when the word holistic is becoming very popular now, and it's very common for people to be using some supplements or some neurotransmitter supplementation, which is all great. But for us, we're taking it way further than that. So our food program, for example, there's so much science that talks about the correlation between the gut and the brain. And people talk about the gut as actually being the second brain. And so we have all food that helps people to repair their guts. So that has a correlation to the brain. Our supplement protocol is so eloquent. It's simple, but it is so thorough, and again, helps detox. We're using certain supplements in a certain way. In order to be holistic, we have to then not only work on the body and the mind, but we have to work on the soul. And that is, again, the soul is something that people have a sense of. They have a sense of, when we think about soul, that's purpose, meaning, longing. Well, the soul we have to interface in a certain way. The soul doesn't respond to logic and reasoning. The soul doesn't respond to medication. The soul doesn't respond to cognitive behavioral therapy as we know it. The soul responds to ritual and ceremony and creativity and artistic expression. And when we think about, again, the things that are important in society, when people get married or they have graduations or they have big milestones in their lives, that is often in the context of a ceremony. And the reason is because that affects us in a way that just handing somebody a piece of paper doesn't cover. And then we talk about the human energy system, which is directly correlated to the nervous system. So when we think about electricity in the body, and the electricity creates a field of energy. And this is, again, science backing this all up. Well, the health of that system, the health of our nervous system, that I think people can understand, really affects the health of the rest of the systems underneath that. So when we talk about holistic, we're interfacing with each level of what makes us human and doing it in a very specific way and in a very thorough way. And when we do that, people's chances of getting well, actually healing from addiction and anxiety and depression and other things, is markedly improved.